I'm procrastinating like 4 assignments, so let's go. I saw recently Murphy do this tag, and I think Kat did it a couple weeks ago. It's like the autumnal book tag. It was originally done by Lucy at the Book Bale, who I'll link in the description. But I don't know. I just need distraction from stuff because I swear to God, it's like just project after project right now, and I can't focus. And I should be doing a number of other assignments right now, but I just need to think about fall and being happy and Halloween and potentially being done with this semester and how all this being over. And if I can do this tag, I can pretend my mental health is okay for a little while. Also, there's cats everywhere. Like, I know you can't see them. There's just black cats everywhere. Please just go play. The first question tag thing is what book reminds you of fall? And that would have to be The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. I finally have a paperback copy thanks to Gina. It's got very aggressive fall vibes. It takes place on like a faux Ireland, Scotland island in October leading up to the big November race. And so it's very chilly and there's salt air and everybody's in sweaters and around fires, and I don't know, it has those vibes. And it always has. So if you're looking for something to put you immediately in the like, I exist on a salty seascape in the middle of fall vibes, this is what you're looking for. The second tag is favorite autumnal book cover. Give me a second. This is my favorite autumnal book cover. Just this shelf of my rainbow like leather and cloth bound books. Like, all of these are perfect. This is a great shelf. Probably my favorite shelf, but this is the autumn vibes of covers to me. Don't make me choose. Other non-specific, like, to this shelf of my favorite spooky, like, fall covers, I don't know, this floral pattern that's on these two books has always seemed kind of, like, autumnal to me, especially this one. But something about these Dover thrifts just looks very early fall to me. Question 3 asks, what's your favorite autumnal drink? I would say pumpkin spice latte, but, like, only Starbucks. Like, all these other iterations that come from other places aren't it. But, like, the default is, like, hot apple cider. Like, apple cider tops everything else. And it's good all times of the year, but especially in the fall. Question 4 is, do you read late at night or early in the day? So, because I am doing remote learning for my first semester here in my senior year, I spend the entire day on homework. Like, I work from pretty much 8 to about 4 in the afternoon on homework and assignments. That way, when my husband gets home, I can spend time with him and not feel bad about it. So I usually, if I'm reading, which I've been reading a lot of arcs recently, I'll read at night. So I don't read for fun during the day unless you count textbooks, which you shouldn't. Number 5, Halloween is coming. What's your favorite spooky read? So I picked 3 for these. First is The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, which I just finished back in like April. This is amazing, but it's a very graphic, spooky horror. The next one is a classic, Frankenstein, which I just got this one with this awesome cover and these silver gilded pages. Like, I have like 5 copies of this book. I can't read them all at once, but like, if you've read Frankenstein, you know, like, the love is real. Like, it's a very existential horror kind of thing. I mean, Mary Shelley knew what she was doing. And the very next one is graphic novel Through the Woods by Emily Carroll. Her drawings are just so, like, evocative of, like, spooky stuff, and some of the situations the characters get into, and it's kind of like short story collection of comics is just really terrifying. The opening story about Through the Woods is about 2 girls who are left in their cabin in the remote woods after I think their father leaves them, and they're debating whether to even leave. Like, is it safe to leave? So it's spooky. So either one of those is really probably the spookiest book I've read to date. 6, what is the ultimate comfort read for you? So either Pride and Prejudice, which I have this cover is on my awesome leather-bound, cloth-bound bookshelf. Just because, I don't know, it's a nice little romance, original enemies to lovers. You love to see it. And then Wicked, and this is my OG copy from like 2009 when I picked this book up for the first time. It actually still has an advertisement from my freshman year of college because I read this like every year around November and December for a couple years, and I haven't read it since. Like, I haven't read it in many, many years. So I think because I have such a long winter break this year, I'm probably going to pick this up to read either in November or December as a Christmas book. But anyway, this is a very comforting read to me. I always enjoy it and find something new every time I read it. I'm sure there are others I could add, but those are the two that come to mind. 7 is your favorite reading snack. I don't do that. I don't eat while I read. Like, it's enough that sometimes I don't even drink when I read, like, unless it's a glass of water. Like, who eats and reads? 8 is, what is your favorite autumn candle scent to burn? I have 3 cats. We do candles very rarely in this house, and when we do, I like this scent from Bath and Body Works is hot cocoa and cream, because it's the closest thing to like this scent they used to have called gourmet coffee, and that's what I prefer. Like, hot cocoa and cream is fine. It's got like this chocolatey smell to it. It's like someone's baking brownies, but it's not coffee, you know. So if I was going to pick one, it would be one of my gourmet coffee candles, but I've only got like 2 of those left, so I don't burn them very often. And the next one is I do a lot of wax warmers because it's safer. Like, if they fall over, I mean, it's a little bit of melted wax, but it's not going to burn anybody. It's not that hot, and I can clean it up pretty easy. So I do these mulled cider wax cubes from Walmart because they're very cheap, but they smell exactly like wassail. I don't know how they do it, and until somebody else can come up with like a more established version of this is what I'm going with. But yeah, those are the 2 scents that my room usually smells like this time of year. 9, when you aren't reading, what's your favorite autumn activity? I usually host a pumpkin carving party the weekend before Halloween, and so everybody comes and we drink cider and we play Jackbox video games and we carve pumpkins so you can have your pumpkins for like a week. Well, there is a thing happening in the world right now that makes it a little unsafe to have gatherings. And I'm also a senior and very, very busy. So we will not be having the pumpkin carving party, but I do still love carving pumpkins. I mean, it's like my favorite activity even since I was a little kid, just like digging my hands in pumpkin guts. But there's also, they do a Run for Your Life 5K around this area on the weekend before Halloween. So I would run the 5K in the morning, and then we'd have the party at that night. And they're not doing that this year. They're doing like a virtual run, so I can sign up and donate and run at home. But it's really not the same thing. I mean, we'll probably still do it just because it's something to do. But I miss that 2 of the activities I really enjoy doing don't have equivalent social distancing options. Number 10, what is on your autumn or fall reading list? I have a Fortnite Frights TBR video hopefully coming at the end of this week, since that starts next week, because even though I'm in school, I'm planning on doing that. A 2-week readathon sounds amazing to me, and I already have some options that'll cover multiple challenges, so I can feel like I actually participated even if I don't get to everything. I picked graphic novels, novellas, and just shorter books in general. I have some audiobooks chosen. That way I can hopefully get it done. But I am really looking forward to seeing what everybody else reads and doing some of the Instagram challenges. So yeah, that has been this procrastinated video. I now have to do some homework so I can procrastinate editing this tomorrow so I can post it. All right, you say bye? You say bye? Okay, bye. You naked? Are you naked? Oh no, they're going to see you're naked. Oh no, they're going to see that you're naked. How dare you? How dare you? Come here. Okay.